All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it begins. We are here live. Not live, I'm sorry. We are here with a Warriors Den recap yet again. Now, if you guys haven't seen the video, I dropped the trailer for the newest, For Honor's newest Wu Lin character, the Juren. I dropped that earlier on today. If you guys haven't seen it, the character trailer, you guys can go check it out to get a sense of who the character is. But yeah, today is the Warriors Den, and we are going to be checking out, we're going to drop our Warriors Den in two parts. We're going to be checking out the gameplay and the weapons and armor for the new character in this video. And then in the next video, we are going to be doing the patch notes. Everything else, not really that important. You can always check out the rest of the information on the For Honor YouTube page, the Ubisoft YouTube page. But let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Juren, a.k.a. Lubu, is now in the game. Let's do a recap on how he plays. Now, I don't know if if it's going to capture JT saying, so I'm just kind of going to talk over JT. I don't know if y'all going to hear me over JT or not.
Is the chaotic aspect. So the chaotic aspect here, we try something a bit new.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
So it's a new input scheme that we are trying here. It's what we call the tap and hold scheme. So what it means, basically for every move, I can either tap the button like that, or I can hold the button.
Okay, so in case the audio isn't working for you guys, basically what they're saying is the Juren has, now I can explain this myself. I don't need to. Okay. So basically, the Juren, he has brought a unique mechanic to the game. For Juren's attacks, he has essentially two options of attack for light attacks and heavy attacks from every single direction, giving Juren a total of about 12 different things he could do. 3 options by tapping and another 3 options by holding. Now I say 12 because this like double option between tap and hold. He also has it on his guard breaks, and he also has it with dodge attacks. So they're explaining more during now. I'm just showing you some more animations here. But yeah, the skill level for this character, from what I've seen from this Warriors Den, it is insane. Look at that. Look at that. The animations are beautiful. Nothing looks janky. But basically with here, they're explaining that his light attacks are pokes and his heavy attacks are slashes. That's the way his animations work. And that's even chaining. That's even chain attacks. So for the Juren, his chains are, he has infinite chains from all directions. He can go from the same side, or he can swap stances. But he's got an infinite chain. His light attacks, he pokes. His heavy attacks, he slashes like that. And some slashes have a pin on them, and I love the way they animated these like attacks. I love the way he's utilizing his weapon. I forgot the name. It's the Fang Ti Zhang. It's a 4-name weapon, but it's unique to Chinese culture, and it's the exact same weapon Lubu, the historical figure from the Three Kingdoms, utilized. But that's basically who this character takes inspiration from, even though he looks exactly like Lubu. So now, with the addition of this character, For Honor now has Sun Wukong, Guan Yu, and Lubu all in the game. Sun Wukong being a skin for the Shaolin, Guan Yu being Jang Jung being the inspiration for Guan Yu, and now you have Juren being the inspiration for Lubu. And that's just some of his idle animations right there. Pretty beautiful. But yeah, they basically explaining the different things you can do when you tap a light attack, when you hold the light attack. It's a lot. If I had to give this character a like if I had to rate him out of 5 stars, this character would have, in terms of like his difficulty, he'd be 5 stars. Because there's so much you could do, and there's so much to think about with each and every single input that you put on this character, from your light attacks to your heavy attacks to your bashes. Like this character, he's insane, and he does very decent damage. It's not like he's melting your health like we've seen from the last dozen new characters that For Honor dropped. So let's see what they talking about here. Y'all can't hear it, but I can.
Parry everything on red, and they're like, hey, I can do whatever I want. It's a bit harder to parry this guy because, again, you don't know if it's going to be a tapped or a held version.
Yeah, so basically they're saying how difficult it's going to be to read this character. And I'm on board 100% with the Juren. Like, because everything is tapped, when you tap it, it's a poke attack, and when you hold it, it's a slash. You just don't know. Because light attacks and heavy attacks, when you tap both of them, he pokes, but he does it at different speeds. When you hold both of them, he slashes at different speeds. So, yeah, and that's just one of his mix-ups. He could keep going if he wanted to. But, yep, his chain light attacks are all undodgeable. And he also has hyper armor as well. So, yeah. All undodgeable chain lights, so he has something to fight assassins with.
Hold it.
Exactly.
No matter how deep you're in your
Yes,
chain,
absolutely.
if you hold light, it's always going to be undodgeable.
Yes.
Yeah, every time
And
you
about
hold
heavy-
light in a chain, it's gonna be undodgeable, no matter what stance you're in. And there goes that hyper armor. See how he's still poking? These are heavy attacks. He is holding heavy attacks, and if you chain again, he does this unblockable attack.
And I think, so we
From all sides. So when you hold light attack in a chain, he gets undodgeables. You hold heavy attack in a chain, he gets unblockables. Y'all with me so far? Because he got all 3 properties. Now that's one of his bashes. When you tap his bash, that's what it looks like, and obviously it guarantees a light. When you hold his bash, that right there, that's what it looks like. So basically, you could catch an opponent that try and read a tap bash and get him with a holding bash like that and proceed to keep the pressure on him. Very good for mix-up. And that's a regular tap bash, and that's a hold bash. Now, let me rewind it back. Did that deal damage? Okay, he's dodging. Yes. So, hold on. Let me clear this up. I'm at 1080. What the heck? Why can't I see this? L devs. So his bash does 18 damage. That kick bash, that's still 18 damage. So, like I said, I think the gimmick with this character, every stance, everything you could do, there's always 2 options. So you got to take a total so you got 2 from each side. So you got 2, 4, 6. You got 2 different guard breaks, a tap and a hold. That's 8 options. And you got 2 different dodges as well, which I think they're going to explain. But dodge attacks for the Juren
For totally different purposes. So the first one is the tap version. It's a big and long pin, and as you can see, I can just...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He does different. He has different options in mid-chain guard break bashes. So what he just showed us right here, this is what happens when you tap after a light attack. He got in-chain bashes as well. That's 10. That's 10 options, right? And then you add the 2 dodge, the tap dodge and the hold dodge. That's 12 options. So this is there's a lot of depth to this character.
It's a bit different for totally different purposes. So the first one is the tap version.
And then he's gonna tap light, which is a poke, and then he's gonna tap guard break.
It's a big and long pin.
And it does 16 damage. So like the damage values is pretty good for this character. Nothing too busted.
And as you can see, I can just
and he can get a free light
chain after that. So that's pretty cool.
And then that was a hold heavy. He
that's cool. And just as a, I don't like to spoil things, but I like to spoil things. There might be something about.
And there goes that's a whole chain bash. So he got 2 different bashes from neutral between tapping and holding. And he got 2 different in-chain bashes between tapping and holding. That gives this character a total of about 4 different bashes. And like when you start doing chains and stuff, y'all can only imagine how much depth that is for this character.
Out that specific pin that will be.
And it's just a simple change. Like all they're doing is just tapping and holding and tapping and holding. That's it. But he got a different animation for like everything, bro. So far, so good. This character's like A+.
Talked about in the animation segment. There's something really
I love how bulky he looks because that Lubu was a bulky son of a guns.
cool with that.
I'm glad they ain't took the route to make him too skinny. Look how big he looked, bro.
We are very subtle here.
Stay
I
tuned.
still don't know if he's a hybrid or a heavy. I think he might be a hybrid, but I'm not totally sure.
I like it, yeah.
Listen to the amazing people that are going to be coming up after
Little
us. 'Cause There's
surprise.
something super cool there.
Yeah.
And then when you hold the button, it's a big push.
Yeah, big push, right?
So this big push is pretty interesting because it pushes far away. I can, of course, wall splat people, and is really position.
Yep. Okay, so they're
It
talking about
pushes
his,
far away. I can, of course.
Yep. And that's what happens when he holds the guard break button in an in-chain bash.
Wall splat people.
And obviously they're saying that that bash does wall splat, and it also, of course, it does ledge.
And is really positioning dependent. So I want to use this move. Is there an opponent
Hang on,
behind?
And we're back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. I had
Is there's a wall behind? Is there something to wall bounce, basically?
That's pretty cool.
y'all can already see there's a lot to think about this character, a lot of depth.
You have dodge attacks
And that's only because he has so many options. They're giving this character so many options from every single direction.
as well, right? That kind of covers
Now they're about to talk about the dodge attack.
the basic chain kit and the
Yes,
openers and stuff.
absolutely.
So what about dodge attacks?
So for dodge attacks, again, classic poke. This is on heavy button, on all 3 direction. It's pokes. If I want to hold the button, again, big swing.
So y'all saw with the
I
light
want to
attack, it
heavy
was a
button,
dodge poke right here.
Dodge attacks.
So for dodge attacks, again, classic poke. This is on heavy button.
So this is okay. I can already tell this is exactly from Valkyrie's dodge attacks.
On all 3 direction, it's pokes.
It's just a lot more slower.
If I want to hold the button, again, big swing. And unblockable big attack.
Yeah.
So his dodge heavies, when you hold it, it's an unblockable attack.
And so those attacks as well, they have extended dodge.
And they got extended dodge just like JJ. Meaning, if he dodge unblockables and you swing and you miss and you wondering how I didn't hit that, he got extended dodge properties just like JJ.
So kind of like what you have with JJ, with Warmonger, and other stuff. But again, what's really interesting here is that they have extended dodge, they hit later, but they have the higher garbage vulnerability. However, you know when you're playing against a Warmonger,
And you can see some of the combos right here.
I do.
and you're like, you know what, I think she's going to dodge attack. You always can just feint the guard break and you'll always catch her because of the garbage vulnerability and how it kind of...
Every extended dodge, as you guys know, you can always feint those extended dodge attacks to guard break to catch you
Works, right?
off guard. Of course, it's going to cost you a lot of stamina, but hey.
With this hero, you can do that against the held one, but the tapped one is a regular dodge attack that has less guard break vulnerability. So again, it makes that move a little bit safer to use because then your opponent has to guess: do they want to do a big unblockable rather, or do they just want to poke and keep going into chain? So
Yeah.
you have to be able to read your opponent a little bit more to get into what you want to go.
Nice.
You get it also on front dodge, right?
Exactly. I got the same on front dodge, so it's the exact same move.
All right.
And after that, we got the zone attack.
Yeah, zone attack, right?
So zone attack
Big
is
one.
pretty cool, pretty cool. The normal zone, it's not a poke. I reassure you right now, it's a normal
It's a zone attack.
It's a classic zone
Yeah,
attack.
kind of doing poke zones, it doesn't quite work.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Not that we haven't tried at certain points, but it never really works.
And for the old version,
Yeah.
it's this one.
Right, so that's a really big one. It's unblockable. It looked really slow too.
It looks really slow, and that's for a good reason. So first off, as you can see, unblockable, and also the armor kicks in super early. So if you can attack it, for example. Go on
Okay,
top
so
there.
right now, they're showing his,
Go ahead.
his zone.
All right, there you go. Right.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
that's
some-
right. I never talked about his zone. He can also do two different things from zone: tap and hold. This is when he holds his zone down,
Armor
he gets unblockable hyper armor zone.
pretty
And
early.
in a lot of cases, you can see that many people are probably going to try to utilize this stance as a panic button to like get themselves out of a tough situation.
Yeah.
And the idea is for this move to be a trading tool.
Yeah.
So as you can see, it's really
They said this idea is to be a trading tool. So yeah, it's essentially a panic button for if you getting overwhelmed with a bunch of attacks.
and
That hyper armor, and then you get a large hitbox, can hit probably about 3 people.
the cool aspect about this move is that it's unfaintable.
Yep.
So it's a first.
If I
slow
see it,
move.
if I see it, I'm ready.
And you cannot feint it though. That's the trade-off. So if you spam this move, you can't feint it. That means if you got a black prior in front of you, you can't use this to bait out his bulwark stance. His bulwark stance, and if you got other people in front of you that could dodge the attack, or like a Nabushi, she could utilize her hidden stance to dodge your attack and immediately counter attack.
For it,
Oh yeah, it's a free parry.
it's a free parry. I know if I'm able.
I don't like the fact that his heavy attacks are not his slashes. Like, he's got heavy attacks that poke. That's what's gonna confuse me about this character.
Parry there, yeah. I'm not that good there.
They already got but when y'all think about it, they already got characters in the game where that kind of operate like that. Heavy attacks are slashes, light attacks are pokes. Kind of like Centurion. Centurion's light attacks are slashes, and his heavy attacks are thrusts. So
Right, so it's a free parry, and on top of it, it's like if you're trying to go, hey, you know what? I'm gonna like hold zone on red. I can heavy feint, and then I kind of win it, right? So I can bait it out.
but people can use this to bait this out. When you throw this attack, it's not feintable. So you better hope it lands.
And win
Otherwise,
like
it could be a heavy punish.
be able to win the trade there. So it's kind of interesting because it's a really, really interesting.
They definitely good job on their end. JT, our Lord and Savior. Good job on their end. Kind of balancing that out, because this could have been a lot busted.
Like trading tool, it's super unsafe. It's very rare that we have these kinds of moves in front of it, something kind of new that we're trying, but which are moves that are extremely commitful, right? When you're playing traditional fighting games, a lot of the time you have moves that you have to really commit to. This is one of those aspects where you're trying to do stuff, but it's also extremely powerful.
Yep. So they saying basically they wanted to experiment putting in unsafe moves, because the thing about fighting games is there are a lot of fighting games that got good moves that are just unsafe. Mortal Kombat is one of them. Like, not all your combos are gonna land without your opponent having a breaker. You know what I'm saying?
Hits all around you, deals a bunch of damage. It's super insane, and it's really, really interesting. You can also kind of like use it in chains, right? If I'm there and I'm spamming lights,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm spamming lights. Let's go,
My
right?
bad. Some light.
You can kind of do it.
Oh, I pressed the wrong one.
It's okay.
There
That
it
went
is.
where so, but
You're right up out
even
there.
with when I'm spamming, like if I kind of see you doing it, I can stop spamming, parry, dodge, do whatever I need to.
Oh yeah, you have a lot of time.
Yeah, and it works really, really well. So you have to be careful when you use it. Make sure you use it in the right situations. It's a
Yeah, basically saying, hey, you got to use this thing wisely, because if you don't, you're gonna get punished hard because of it.
super powerful.
That's a 30 damage punish if you're facing a black prior. Again, if they read that that's what you're gonna throw, they can counter it.
tool, but it's also a very, very risky tool.
Yes.
We have sprint attacks, like running attacks.
We got some
Also a
sprint
little bit
attacks
different.
too, so that's affected
Sprint
by the
attack.
press and hold too. So
that's his sprint
we got
attack.
the
Obviously, that's like Valkyrie's forward dodge light attack. That he
poke
just
for
did.
the tap,
Yeah, that's Valkyrie's forward dodge light attack.
and for the old one,
A little bit more. down.
boom,
And
it's
there
a
go his
big.
heavy. This man got an unblockable sprint attack. That's what happens when you hold it.
Yeah.
Splash on the ground.
And I don't know if you've noticed, there's like a little bit of a circle where it
I saw a
lands.
little
There's like,
shockwave,
there's a bit of a shockwave and stuff. So this is also something new with this hero, right? That it fits in with the fantasy quite well.
Y'all saying, y'all, hey, we see what's that shockwave? They explained the shockwave and they said that it's something new.
But it actually is an AoE.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's an AoE attack. That's why he got that splash effect.
Minions, but only
But it's only for minions.
for minions.
It's only for minions. So this is the attack you want to use to clear the zone out really, really fast.
So you can
I like
kill
it.
multiple minions with a single running attack with this move. Super cool, fits super well. This giant weapon, this dude is like, crazy beast. So that's it. I think the one
I love the design. I love they went with the cape. I love the shoulder pads, the gauntlet armor. Oh man, I can't wait. For fashion is still very much a thing on this channel. But I'm pushing out these mega montages, and that's what's really messing with my For Honor thing. I need to get rid of, not get rid of, but I need to push more of these mega montages out, because I ain't done yet, man.
thing
They
we
take a while, bro.
haven't seen yet,
3 hours is no joke.
right? Is guard break, because I'm really curious. Like, what happens when you know,
And now they about to show the guard breaks that I was talking about.
what tap
The neutral guard break.
guard break is probably the same as usual, right?
Absolutely. The tap guard break is the regular one. I
So when you tap a guard break, basically when you perform guard break normally,
can throw you.
it's a regular. You get a throw option out of it, or you get a
I
heavy
can
attack.
attack you because it's a tap version, so I can chain. Of course,
That poke did 24 damage. It's gonna be so when somebody pokes you, man, you don't expect them to do that much damage.
but for the old version, I cannot chain, and
And that's what he looked like when he holds guard break. And essentially what they're about to say
Correct.
is,
So yeah, big chokes.
oh, I ain't texted. All right, we're back.
Slam, slides on the floor, deals a bit of
So y'all wondering what this is? Basically, when you hold guard break, he choke slams you
damage. You also heal
and he throws you off. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a move that not only ledges, but it also heals
yourself a little bit.
And it does 14 damage, by the way. So if they low enough, you could kill somebody with a choke slam.
Well, you
I'm
do it, which
healing
is
myself.
cool.
So I deal some damage,
Yeah.
healing a bit myself. It's not the same purpose as the classic.
So like everything he does, he's got options, guys. He's got
Guard break,
a lot of options.
but-
That's why I gave him a 5-star difficulty. Learning those options, learning which option is the right way to go from like certain character matchups. It's a lot to learn from this character. It's gonna be kind of tough to master.
It's useful for certain situation, and with this
I can't wait to ledge somebody with that. I can't. Y'all know I'm gonna do it.
little slide, you can also ledge people again.
And
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I can't
wanted
see
to hear
chat
that.
right now. I'm sure there's people going, "Oh my
wanted
God,
to
it
hear
says a
that.
cleanse." It doesn't cleanse. So don't worry about it. It doesn't cleanse. So you're good to go there. I remember seeing a bunch of people also like when we revealed when like some of the things happened on the internet.
Little
People were
teasers
asking
that we
for
don't
choke
know.
slams, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
We
you go.
read your mind and put it in preemptively.
we did.
So it's awesome there.
Playing 3D chess over here.
Yeah.
But
So okay, so that kind of fits it for the chaotic aspect, right? So, but what about the fearless aspect of this hero? Because we want to have a hero that we want to feel that he has no fear. He's not really worried about anything.
Break down something else. He got a
Have
full
a
guard.
special move. That is this one.
Get that on myself there, right?
Nice.
Look how,
And essentially his full guard.
but it's a little bit different, right?
Yes,
It does
as you can see,
not
I spamming light on you, but I can still
At all.
continue. There's no super blocking with this stance.
Yeah. So
no
basically,
superior
every
block.
single attack against this that can be blocked is
everything
enhanced,
is
including
enhanced.
lights that are normally not enhanced. So you don't.
Y'all might be wondering, okay, what's the purpose of it? Well, I think they made it for starters. He's kind of for
It's
starters, this can help you in group fights, right? It's not a superior block, but it can still protect you against undodgeable attacks and wide hitbox attacks, like with Magi. If Magi's utilizing his zone and his heavy attacks, bro, like this could protect you in a group fight against a Magi. So yeah,
it's really built to be a low risk, low reward move, right? So there's something really, really different with
got the phone again. God dang. All right.
how
Yeah,
the
a lot of options.
block is
He's got a full guard.
activated. I don't know if you want to walk us through this a little bit.
Timing as when
They take a long time to
Yeah, so that's the low reward part I'm talking about, right? So first of all,
this stance is low reward, low risk.
all lights are enhanced against it, so your opponent can still keep going and attacking and stuff. But also, the vast majority of our full blocks like this give you a reward once you manage to block. You get a big strike out of it or anything. Not with this one. So the purpose of this specifically is that you can use it in chains. So you can start attacking me like crazy, right? I'm like, oh no, he's light spamming me. I can't do anything. Actually, I can. And I just hold down.
So they saying the purpose of it is not to block and counterattack like you see with other full guard stamps, but the purpose is just strictly for defense. It's just to help you get out of a spammy opponent.
Like keep it. So it's really, really good. It works. Anything that would be blockable when you're switching your stance, when you're blocking different directions, this can block.
Gotcha.
So if you're playing against,
You playing against a Magi in fours and he's swinging all over the place, he hitting you, this could help you. So it's weird to have a superior block that does, I said superior block, to have a full guard that doesn't superior block and kind of has that counterattack method that we're so used to. And a lot of people might think it's useless. That's not useless in team fights.
Nusha.
That's girl Nusha.
And they're like, they're doing a bunch of 400 MS fights. You can actually deal with it, but you won't get out on top with it because again these attacks will be enhanced. So you're not like, it just helps you turn the tide just enough that you take only a little bit of chip damage and it kind of works out really well.
Yeah, they said that this full guard stance is strictly for defense. No counter offense properties are within the Juren's full guard stance, by the way.
And so it's a full block, right? So most of our full blocks can be used as recovery, cancel, and kind of like little soft feints, right? So how does that work with this one?
Exactly. So here it's the same. So we got the heavy. I can soft feint them. I can recovery cancel them, and we actually built something really cool with this one to try to get some frame advantage for the more high-level players. So basically, with every hold move, you got a quicker access to this down stance at the end. So this is the regular access. If I hold my down stance, it's a little.
So with every single move, you go into your full guard stance a lot faster. So again, this could help it helps with anti-ganking. It just prevents you from taking damage. Again, there are no counterattack properties with the Juren full guard stance, and I'm glad they did that because the character he's already overwhelming in terms of like the number of ways you can utilize this character. He's already overwhelming enough as it is. So I'm glad they're not taking that full guard stance and saying, hey, guess what? You could do 6 more things out of the full guard stance and pair that up with the 6 other things you can do in chain. They could have took that route, but they didn't. I'm glad because this character would have just been a step a little too far. If they had.
On the older attack.
And it's got to be weird because, again, it has no superior block. It's strictly for defense. This is just to help you take less damage in a fight. And if necessary, it could draw out, more revenge if you're getting hit by the wrong people who don't know how to gank.
So that means, for example, here, I'm going to be able to attack faster than if I just wait for my classic recovery.
Yeah. So a lot of the times, like when we're building heroes,
so you can use it in chains to sort of help you recover faster. That's also what they're saying.
when we're doing that sort of stuff,
it gives you frame advantage.
we have rules that we have for ourselves where, depending if the hit that you're doing is a light.
I feel like this guy's gonna completely drain a lot of his stamina.
Or medium or heavy hit reaction, there's specific frame advantages that you get, right? So like for example, if you get hit by a heavy hit reaction move, typically you recover 300 milliseconds before your opponent. So it gives you like a significant advantage. If you're using this, you recover just a little bit more, so you have just a tiny bit more of that frame advantage, but that opens up extra options that you normally wouldn't have.
Basically, yeah, it gives you more frame advantage, and more frame advantage gives you more options you wouldn't typically have.
That aspect even further with this here, which is super cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And we got another move that benefits from this down stance. Because
we talked about it before, right? So
exactly.
The one thing that we hadn't shown yet in the kit is hold dodge. Because like, why would you want to hold dodge?
Could you put press and hold on everything,
right? Including dodge, right? So except for back dodge, you get a full block if you side or front dodge while holding dodge. You can't attack while you're doing it,
exactly.
Right? So it's...
So he gains, if you hold dodge instead of tap dodge, he gains the full guard stance. But he can't attack out of it. Right? So that's pretty balanced, like I said, because they could have went a lot more options. They gave this character a lot more options, but they didn't because it was going to be overwhelming. So, yeah. Glad they took that route.
There's no dodge attack
Yeah,
out of
there's
it.
no dodge attack out of it or anything, but you do get the same full block. It's really interesting because it's a really, really, really strong repositioning tool in group fights. Makes you really safe to go. But again, the trade-off is, well, you can't attack out of it, so it's good to reposition and it's good to make things safe. And it's also really good against like orange-blue mix-ups, right?
Exactly. Like try to do a light bash.
All right, I'm gonna do light bash.
Yep, and when you hold dodge, you can dodge a bash. You can dodge bash chains with it. You can dodge a lot of chains
Dodge
with
it. Light and dodge.
It's very quick. And when somebody throws an undodgeable attack, if somebody was like spamming you with a chain attack, you could dodge undodgeable attacks and kind of and block them at the same time, essentially.
Oh, I block
Blocked
it.
it, right?
So against blue attacks and against bash chain attacks, that's what you would use the full guard for. Now, you can't attack while you're dodging, but you can attack after you come out of that stance.
So
Nice.
it's interesting because it does give you this, but at the same time, if I read it, I'll do it against you again. So like just dodge after my first fight, right? I can do.
And for the opponent, if they read that you're gonna do the hold dodge, they can guard break you.
Exactly.
So he's decently balanced, I want to say.
And I can do.
Balanced damage values, and there are like trade-offs to his move set. Okay, like yeah, you could do this amazing stuff, but it can help the opponent as much as it can help you. I like it.
The guard break to beat it because it has full guard break vulnerability the whole time. So again, it's about reads. It's about how you control the fight. What options do you need?
How you control it. Like I said, it's a lot of combos with this character, and you got to know what combos you can use against every other character in the game, and that's gonna take time. It'll probably take at most for somebody like 6 months max to master this character.
When you need them and how it kind of forms together to make this beast of a guy
No other character plays like this character.
into a super powerful hero.
That's super awesome. And yeah, I mean, I think looking at all of this, like what you're showing here, and it maybe feels like a lot. Maybe to you players, you warriors at home, kind of watching this, maybe this feels like a lot. But like the way that this has been designed, and it's a lot of careful work and meticulous work by the game design team, is that this character is like feels good to play. Like all of this like just works. The buttons work, and it's really easy to just kind of like put these strings together, make your decisions on this, and it just feels.
It's easy to put it together, but against what opponents? Because you have to fight differently against each and every single other hero in the game. So he basically just said, if y'all couldn't hear it, I don't know if the audio is working properly when I press play.
Great to use.
But I'm just going to recap what he said in case y'all couldn't hear it. He's basically saying, like, it sounds overwhelming. The character looks overwhelming, but the character feels good when you play him. That's what he's saying.
It's amazing. And then, so that was, okay, so that's great. So that was two of our pillars.
That's right. Yeah,
we had fearless and we had chaotic.
Exactly.
So untrustworthy is more about feats.
Exactly.
Right? You want
All right.
So
Now we about to get on the character's feats. I forgot about that. So he has his first feat, a backstabber. That's not what it's called, but y'all look down here in the bottom left. He got a backstabbing feat. So this works.
as you can see,
This works like body count, except he kills his
It's
own guys to get health instead of killing the enemy.
reverse body count. So I can currently kill my own minion because they are just expendables. They are just meat for me. To heal
So it's called expendables.
on them, so heal and stamina, but it's actually better numbers than body count.
Yeah. So it's really interesting here because again, like it's a really
They're saying that it's actually a better value than body count. Wow.
great way to showcase the untrustworthy aspect of this, right? And killing your own minions is not something that you really want to do that much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's interesting because what it makes you do is, let's say you into the mid lane, right? You're clearing out your opponent's minions, or you're fighting against somebody. You lost a bunch of health. There's two things you can do now with Juren. You can either rotate back to one of your points, heal up, and then come back in or do whatever you want. Or, you know what? There's free healing behind me. I'll just
And they're saying basically it gives you
Bull.
options.
leave losses, right?
So no friend of mine. So basically what I'm doing right now is revealing
Hang on.
feat number 2, for example.
All right, here
okay.
we go. We got feat
Let's
number
go
two.
to
this one?
2. So no friend of mine. So basically what I'm doing right now is revealing all my allies in the map. So all my 3 allies are revealed, and when they die,
So this feat, he reveals all allies on his team. He reveals all the allies on his team to his opponent's team. And every time they die, they give him health and shield.
I get a shield. So that's
So
really
already right off the bat, you can see his feats are pretty much the opposite of what feats are designed. They're hurting his team and buffing him more than helping his team and buffing him. But that's the whole theme of the character. Like, this character is inspired from Lubu, and Lubu was like that. He didn't give a F if you was ally or friend. You got in his way, he killed you, or he profited off you by having somebody else killing you.
useful. I need to use it at the right moment
That was Lubu.
to get the shield, and also the shield can stack. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
They really are no friend of yours. But
Yes.
it's kind of reverse scout. Like, it's literally almost like a reverse scout, but he benefits from his allies dying. You have to time it perfectly. It's not a passive. So if
And they say you got to time it perfectly, because that's not a passive skill.
you're looking, if you have
And essentially, that's a feat where, like I just said, he benefits off his allies dying. So honestly, that type of feat, it sounds pretty selfish, but when you're solo queuing like me and you have horrible teammates, or you got a teammate full of bots, you gonna get some value out of your bots dying or your teammates throwing the matches. You gonna get something out of it. That's what this character can do.
Have,
That's
like-
a positive side to think about this character.
that amazing bit of stuff, that's how you can. Yeah,
Okay,
Except-
we just skipping ahead.
3
So here you really want.
interesting ones I find.
This is
Yeah.
Yes,
Last
so
man
Feat 3, last man standing. So here you really want to be the last man standing in every scenarios. Basically you see the TND here killing all of my team, and I get different buffs from it. So basically,
Yep. Basically, for every person that dies around you, you get a different buff. You might get a defense buff when somebody first. You get a defense buff at first, and then you get an attack buff.
when an allies die, I
If two allies die, and if
get a
three
buff.
allies
If
die,
a second one die, I get a second one, and if all 3 are dead, I get 3 different kind of buffs.
Right,
So
what
as
are
you
the
can
buffs? Yeah.
as you can see, first kill
so a first kill is an attack buff. Second kill is
I
a
get an
defense
attack buff. Second kill, a defense buff. And third kill, I get a life leech.
And the third kill gives him life leech. So every time he lands a hit, he's going to gain more health.
This is really strong, right? So you can imagine.
So essentially, let's say when you be in those lobbies and you got those bots, you can benefit from your bot dying. I like it, but naturally, I'm not going to be playing with bots. I don't want to be playing with bots.
In like a lot of situations where this is useful. Your team isn't breaking, all your allies are dead. You become a god amongst men. You're super strong. You're like, you know what? Like, you're Juren. You're, the inspiration for all of that stuff. Don't ever pursue him in that way.
We're not doing
But that's the thing, right? It's you get stronger and stronger and stronger. The other thing that I find that makes this feat super interesting is it's almost kind of like a bit of a carry feat where if you have teammates that are not as good as you, or that you're training, you're getting them to come up with you, and you're trying to win with them, and they're not as experienced, you still benefit from them dying. And the buffs are significant enough that it can really turn the tide of a battle really easily.
Yeah.
It's super interesting to have that sort of stuff. And again, it's very selfish onto him. And there's ways to counter it. Just kill him first, right?
Yeah.
Well, good luck, but kill him first, and that's kind of how it works.
And also the buffs are only active while your allies are dead. As
Yeah.
soon as they respawn, then like you lose the buffs for however many have respawned. So-
Yeah.
Exactly. So you need to have them dead at the same time. If someone respawn, you lose the buff.
Yeah, so let's say you have 3 allies. One of them dies, you get the first one, so which is the attack buff. If a second one dies, you're gonna get the shield buff. But then when the first one reses and like respawns, you're going to lose the shield buff. So it kind of always goes in order,
Yeah.
Yep.
and that's how it kind of happens. So to get life leech, all 3 of them have to be dead.
Yep. To access life leech from that feat, if y'all couldn't hear JT, all your teammates have to be dead. But let's go into the fourth.
You can even like maybe
You want to be the last
final
one in-
feat.
4th. How did I know this?
So got him
Well,
on
because we
there.
rehearsed it, but
As you can see,
Essentially, his fourth feat debuffs everybody on the battlefield, no matter where they are. It's map-wide buff. debuff, and he's the only one that gets a buff.
It's affecting everyone on the map.
Now, my concern is, does this ability stack? Because y'all know when this hero drops, there's going to be lobbies of 4 stack of Lubu.
Your allies and your opponents. So right now what it does is applying a defense debuff to everyone. Map wide, they all gonna take more damage except you.
Except yourself, right? So it's literally your allies will take more damage. But you don't.
And everybody's going to take damage, allies and enemies alike. Unless, of course, your allies got like their own defensive buffs they can pop to sort of counteract this. And this way, Juren can make himself stronger, and the allies keep themselves like stronger as well by having like defensive passives or something on to sort of mitigate this damage. So you can work your way around this tier 4 feat.
Don't really care, because then if they die, you get buffed up.
Yeah.
And also, if they die and you have your tier 2 up, then you also get shielded, right? So that the synergy we have with all these feats.
And it's meant to synergize. That's basically his 4 feat. So fortunately, he got a 4 feat that doesn't insta-kill, but essentially, his 4 feat is meant to help his other 3 feats. So it's more of a support 4 feat for himself, essentially.
Together is
God Among Men is meant because, you know, when people die, if your teammates were to die because of that defense debuff, you only get stronger. You get shield, you get attack buff, and if all your teammates dead, you eventually get a life leech. So his tier 4 is essentially meant to, his tier 4 is meant to synergize with the rest of his feats.
really cool, because you can kind of figure out, you know what, like you have to kill him first at the end. Otherwise, he can become an insane machine where everybody else has defense debuffs. He has an attack buff. He has a defense buff. He gets shields, and he's able to just wipe entire teams all by himself. So again, it's like selfish-ish, right? And there's ways to go around it. If your allies are dead and you pop it, it'll only affect enemies. So you don't really care. If they pop up after, right? So you can coordinate, you can do all these sorts of things. So there's a lot of decision, there's a lot of strategy and thinking behind when do I use these feats, how do I pop them, how to maximize their outputs so that you minimize the impact on your allies while still maximizing the effects that you get for yourself. So it's super cool.
Wow.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. So that's all of his feats. Now we're going to get on the weapons, because we got to do one. We already had 1 hour thanks to those phone calls. I would have been done with this, but we're going to cut it. Anyway, let's get on the weapons. Here we go. This is all of the Juren's weapons. I like the basic one. That's solid. I like the third one. I like the fourth one. I like the sixth one. I like the eighth one. Ooh, these are nice. Yes, they got a blue one. It's got a wolf on it. Ooh, they got a red one. It's got like a blue one. That's not a hope. That's not a hope. I like how that flame is hot. These look great. One got a black one. These look really great. I like that golden white. That's not that bad. That's not that bad at all. I like it. So that's the weapon. That's what they all look like. You got one about 4, 8, 12, 16. So we got like 18 weapons. So we're going to pause right there. Just give y'all a look at some of the concept art.
A really large surface area for leather, so it was a good on softer one.
Some
These
more stuff.
these
There's some art that y'all can
painted
go.
the lighting on the metal,
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
so it really reminds multiple layers
Oh, here we go. Here go the customization.
you're able to apply. Yes,
the color
yeah.
palette is
There's
for
so many
here.
colors that you're able to apply, materials that you're able to
You know, your color palette is for here.
apply,
And then
different
materials
helmets.
is for the armor.
It's like I said, different facial hair, and of course different capes. Like we've got like really ornate, fancy
Oh,
capes
the
that have
cape.
multiple layers. We have simple capes. We have no cape at all.
We love a cape. Do you love a
Yes.
cape?
Oh, I do love a
Y'all
cape.
I love a cape. I think
Yes.
it's
As to how the customization, you know, white armor goes hard with the Wu Lin.
Yeah.
I am gonna make a another Shanghai dragon out of the Juren character.
Oh, that's great.
I
I
am
mean,
so glad that
Brows.
he got different faces so that it's not just Lubu. Like, yeah, the default face, this is Lubu. But these other faces, those are not Lubu. So you kind of take one character and you turn him into this, like, class of ancient warriors. That's something For Honor's always done that's been pretty cool. Now, that's just some of the animation work. Oh, yeah, executions. Here we go. Not dead enough. I love that he uses little sides. Yep, that's my favorite one right there. That's my favorite execution. That's one of my favorite. That's my favorite. Oh my God. Now he's lava. Flash. Oh heavens. Yeah, yep. Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10. It fits with the thematic of the character. It fits with the weapon of the character. And that's one of my favorite things about For Honor and these executions. They like to take a weapon and they like to use every single part of that weapon and kill you in as many ways as possible. That's always been my favorite thing about For Honor executions. Now we got 4. Like, he uses both sides of the thing, of his Feng Tijang. I slaughtered him. Got one side. Oh, he uses the same side. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this video. I'm sorry it was so long. I'm going to cut it short due to the phone call. So it should be like ultimately a 50-minute video. But so far, that's the gameplay. Wait a second. We have not seen the armor. Here we go. Here we go. All right, his armor sets. Hang on. Don't leave the video yet. Hang on. Character is gender lock. It's males only. Oh my God! I can make Batman. I think I'm gonna have a new Batman character. Yeah, I got. Yep. If there's a way we could put the emblem on his chest, I'm taking Batman. I kind of already have my idea for who I wanted Batman to be, but Junbo, he's going to be the new Batman. Like, he got a cow, bro. He literally has a cow. He has to be Batman. There's no other alternative. Yeah, I'm making a Batman Junbo. I said Junbo. Oh, my God. Juren. I'm making a Batman Juren. I'm changing that chest piece, though. That chest piece got to go, but, oh, my God, he got a cow. That's definitely my favorite armor set. I mean, it's not a cow, but it looked like it, though. That's Batman, bro. I mean, that's Batman. I'm changing everything else about him, but that helmet, that's Batman. I'm definitely making me a Batman children. That's happening. One of them got like a half cape, kind of like Virtuosa. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have approached the end game. thank you guys for watching. This is part 1 of the reveal stream. We are gonna do part 2. Is only gonna be the patch notes. That's about it. But so far, this is a very exciting character. There's a great level of depth to this character. It's going to take a while to master him, but definitely can't wait. The character is going to release next week. He's going to come out for like $9.99 like all the other characters, and then the week after next, he's going to come out for $15,000 steel. But I'm definitely spending money. This character's worth the $10. Like, he has so much to offer. And he already seems like he's going to be such a strong character. His feats are selfish, but that's just his exclusive feats. Don't forget, he come with like 2, 4, 6, 8. He come with like 10 other feats. That could help your team out instead. You know, instead of him having to rely on sort of his exclusive feats. You know, he's gonna get 2 other feats for every other tier. But that's gonna do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all in part 2 of the Year 9 title update 2 reveal stream. Until then, thank you guys. See y'all in the next part. Peace.